day, but we still managed to chat to this lady. She's English, yet she spends a lot of time mingling and being inspired by Americans across the pond. But she's back, she's ready to tour, and she's playing in Bristol tonight. This was my conversation about 45 minutes ago, actually, with lovely musician Lisa Redford. Now, this was supposed to be a live interview today, but because of the celebrations for Amy Williams, this lovely lady, Lisa Redford, has pleased us all by coming in early, putting herself out, and coming in to chat to us. So it's nice to have you here earlier. Sorry to drag you in.
Oh, no problem. Thanks very much for having me.
But no, it's our pleasure. Lovely to see you. You're on a bit of a tour around the UK then. That's right. What's going on at the moment?
That's right. All very exciting. This is actually the first date tonight here in Bristol.
Oh, how are the nerves?
I'm okay, actually. I'm more excited than nervous.
Oh, that's good.
I just enjoy playing. Really,
it's like
getting out there,
using the adrenaline in a positive way. Then, really, isn't it? But this is what your third album that you have out now. I always look at the quotes, and the mark I think of a fine singer-songwriter is if there's a quote in there from Bob Harris, you know that you're doing okay, and we're in good company today.
Yeah, that's lovely.
He's a big fan of yours, isn't he?
Yeah, I've had quite a bit of airplay on there, and done a live session, and then we're going to do another one as well at the end of this month. So yeah, it's been lovely to have that sort of support. And
I know that you've been compared to good company. People like Joni Mitchell and Carole King mention you in the same breath. That's pretty good going.
I mean, just to sort of, I'm definitely inspired by those sort of songwriters, the classic writers. They've also written songs that other people have covered. There's a timeless quality to the songs. I'm influenced by a lot of American artists as well. But I like all sorts of music.
What do you actually grow up listening to? What was your thing when you were younger?
All sorts of stuff, really. I mean, mostly sort of pop, really. Madonna, all that sort of stuff.
Oh, right.
Kate Bush was my sort of first sort of idol, as it were.
Right. Yeah.
I used to sing along with it and sort of sang the high notes and thought, oh, I can sing here. And then it was all sort of Britpop bands as well. And I was just sort of, growing up, and then you're a student, you get into like indie bands and all sorts, really. Honestly, all sorts.
When did it become a career for you then?
Sort of after I left university, really, and then I played in like a duo, then a trio, doing more electronic stuff then as well. And then the last few years, the first sort of album came out 2003, Slipstream. So yeah, quite a bit of time now, really.
Were you in lots of uni bands?
I wasn't actually. I didn't. I kind of wish I did a little bit more at uni. I did, a little bit of music then, but. I sort of really pursued it afterwards, really, because that was when I picked up the guitar seriously and too busy enjoying myself.
Well, that's what student life's all about, isn't it? So have you were you playing an instrument before you actually picked up the guitar? Or?
I used to play piano, and obviously sort of still dabble a little bit with it. Obviously being inspired, Kate Bush, sort of doing all the fancy notes. But as soon as I started playing the guitar, actually, that was when I really felt even more comfortable. Really, because obviously it's more transportable. Just the rhythmic quality, it just sort of suits the sort of style of music that I play, and. Just love playing it, really. Did
it take a while for you then to find your niche and find the style of music that you wanted to put out, or did you always know what your choice of album style was going to be?
Well, once I sort of started festival, I was in an acoustic duo anyway, and we did a few covers and bits and pieces like that. But sort of my style of voice and writing sort of suited the sort of classic acoustic sort of music, really. I mean, I have sung other styles like dance music and jazz, but the sort of stuff I feel more comfortable with is like the sort of singer-songwriter vibe. And I did feel I found my style quite early, little touches of sort of mandolin and things like that, a little bit of Americana influence, and I feel, comfortable with what I do.
You mentioned that you like a lot of American music. You spend a lot of time in North America, haven't you?
That's right, yes, in currently in New York. So it's nice to come back, though, really.
Do you spend most of your time over there now, then? Oh, right, okay.
Yes, just the last year or so.
Yeah.
So it's nice, as I say, to do like this sort of mini headline tour, to sort of come back for this concentrated period and have some good shows.
I know that you've opened for the Hot Club of Cowtown, who were guests on this show last year. I love the Hot Club of Cowtown. We hadn't heard of them, but we love the name, so we got them in. And what a fantastic bunch of players
That's right.
they are.
Yeah, definitely superb.
Yeah.
I mean, I love all that sort of music. I supported them down in Kent.
Yeah,
and fantastic.
When you play in North America and particularly New York, how are you received as a British artist? Are you labelled a British artist, or do they just take you on face value for what you do?
Yeah, they don't really. I mean, I've done bits and pieces really. Somewhere like the sort of showcase night that I do. They do highlight that fact. But I guess because, as I say, I've got kind of an American influence.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, right, she's sort of British, but doing, an American style. But it does make you stand out a little bit more, and they're very appreciative. And the talent out there is, unbelievable. So it makes you feel very inspired, and energised to sort of push yourself, really.
That's good when that comes back from the crowd, isn't it? It kind of gives your adrenaline a little bit of a kick as well.
Oh, yeah,
Fantastic.
the energy there is, something.
Well, that's it. If there's no energy in New York, the world may as well stop turning, really, I think, isn't it? Now, your new album is called Clouds of Silver. When was this written? Was it written recently, or are they songs that you've had lying around for a while?
They were sort of written in a sort of similar period, really, the last sort of couple of years. And some were written in the States, but I also write a lot back at home.
Yeah. Where is home for
I'm
you?
from Norwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, plenty of open space, so probably plenty of creative juices flowing for you.
Yeah, definitely. I've written a lot of my songs there, and just put them together. Did a lot of the album live because I wanted a real intimate live feel, really, because it's quite sort of personal album, confessional, very sort of a lot of emotion in it. And then I did most of the tracks in Brooklyn, so that's how I got established there, and met a lot of other musicians. Had a lot of really great players on it. Yeah. Players that have played with some great artists, and also someone from Nashville as well, a producer there. I added some strings. It's got a lot of lovely string arrangements.
Oh, I love string arrangements.
I'm a sucker for that.
I am. Give me strings anytime, anytime. So when you say it's a personal account, is it autobiographical, or is it just stuff you've written about that's happened to you?
Yeah, no, pretty much all of it is. I mean, most of my songs are anyway, a little bit. I mean, sometimes you're inspired by something you might have read. I mean, I'm an avid reader, movie crazy as well. So sometimes you're inspired by other stories as well. But to give it like a personal angle as well, that's kind of where I'm coming from.
Brilliant. Well, you can see Lisa playing live at Bristol's Promenade tonight. The new album is out, Clouds of Silver. What are you going to